Okay, hello everyone. So, as I mentioned in my previous video, this week's video is going to be with me just kind of sketching some animals, because one of you requested that, and of course I aim to please. So I'm going to be sketching animals for you guys this time around, and I already tried recording a little, but I decided to delete it because whenever I'm recording and drawing, apparently, I don't know, it's just like the camera's just looking over my shoulder and I get totally paranoid. I don't know what it is. I'm a little bit nuts, I think. But never mind that. I'm still going to try to make it work, and I'm going to use this crappy sketchbook to do it in because I hate the paper in this book anyway. I'm just going to keep it at loosey-goosey sketches. I'm not going to go into too much detail on any of this. So yeah, hopefully you'll find this useful. Just to clarify 100%, this is not going to be a tutorial. This is just going to be how I go about drawing animals, and honestly, I have no method. There is no secret ingredient. Surprise! It's just, I don't even know. I don't know what happens. When I draw animals, I don't even think, I just draw. So yeah, I can't explain to you how I do this. I'm going to record how I do it, and I don't know. I was kind of, going to talk to the camera while I was drawing, but then again, when I'm drawing, I become really quiet. Believe it or not, it actually does happen. I do shut up sometimes when I'm drawing, and also to draw properly, I kind of need to listen to music. So yeah, I need my music. So that's about the crazy introduction here. Oh God, I sound like a mad person, but that is not completely off either. I guess I am a little bit nuts. Anyway, let's get started with this video, okay?
The very first animal that we're going to start sketching is going to be a brown bear, because I've drawn very few bears before, so yeah, that's why we're starting here. I've drawn a couple of pandas. I have drawn a red panda in my last sketchbook, but then that is about it for my experience with bears. So I thought it'd be good. I thought it'd be a good place to start with you guys. And the thing is, I've learned a lot from watching myself sketch. Actually, it's something that I didn't expect. But it's a very nice surprise, because apparently there are certain things that I do. You see, right at the beginning of this video, I make that little circle. It's not exactly. It's more like where the head meets the neck rather than indicating where the head is. But either way, it's something I do. Apparently, with all of my sketches, I draw this little circle, not necessarily to indicate the head, but it's just to give myself a starting point, and I think that helps me a lot. Also, I found out that I have a tendency, I break down the body into different very basic shapes. It's easier to draw something when you break it down into familiar shapes that you already know, and that they're, it's just, I don't know, for me that's easier. Once again, I don't know if I'm the right person to talk about this sort of stuff, but anyway, so just to this is the first sketch. So you see me, this is the first time I'm drawing a brown bear. So, well, no, it's actually the second time. I have drawn a brown bear once before, but anyway, but you see this very first sketch, I am erasing quite a bit. I correct myself on both the shape and the body proportions. So yeah, the first sketch is definitely the hardest to get down. At least I think so. Yeah, and at the end of each, when I'm done with this sketch, I wanted to put little pictures, like little the reference photo. I wanted to put it in like the corner of the video, but I don't know how to do that. I don't even know if I can do that in Windows Movie Maker. I tried to see if I could find something that could, where I could place the photo, but I couldn't. So yeah, so I'm gonna show you guys the reference photo that I used at the end of each sketch, so you can compare yourself if you think it's good enough or not. But once again, this is just a sketch. It's not meant to look exactly like the picture. It's just roughly, the shape I'm going for. Also, I'm gonna keep sketching. I'm only gonna sketch two different animals for you guys today. It's a pretty long video, so yes, there are several sketches of each animal, and that's because I wanted to show you how I learn drawing these animals. And it's not by just drawing it once, like finishing this sketch and then going on to the next animal. That's not how I learn. I learn by doing this sketch, and then I find another picture of a bear and I draw that, and I go on and on with lots and lots of different sketches um, of the same animal from lots of different angles. Sometimes I do a close up of the face or of the feet, ear, whatever is special for that animal that I think I need to get a closer look at. That is my reference photo right there. Um, yeah. So so I'm gonna do, I think, four bear sketches for you guys, and four sketches of a bird, more specifically a blue jay. And each of these sketches, the first sketch is the one that took me the longest to do, definitely, and but each sketch takes um about 8 between 5 and 8 minutes per sketch. That's a pretty that's an okay time for me. I think it's fine. Um, so so yeah, it's not something that's supposed to take a very long time. You're supposed to just do a lot of quick sketches, in a row of whatever animal you want to learn how to draw. And yeah, that's what I ended up doing. So this is just a close up of a face, and I'm not going to be talking the whole time. So for now, I think I'm just going to put on some music, and I'll return to you when I feel like I have something, to say. Anyway, um, I'll just let you get to listening to some music. So this time I'm doing like it's very lightly, I know that, but I'm doing a close up of a paw, because there are certain things about certain animals that are, very, I don't know, special looking, I guess. a, a bear's paw is certainly not the same as a dog's paw, and that's why I wanted to do a close-up of it. It's something that I haven't really drawn much of. It's something I don't really know exactly what it looks like, so I decided to do a close-up of it to better understand it and to be able to draw it a little bit better. And that's something I do with most animals. I find, maybe their snout is a little different or special looking, or their ears, or whatever it may be. I like to isolate it and draw it in a little bit better detail to just get a better understanding of it. Um, Also, this is yeah, I'm doing another full body sketch here, and and you can clearly see improvement already from the first body sketch that I did to the second one. There is definitely improvement in the figure itself, and also in the body proportions, definitely. And for the second one here, I can't. From my reference photo, that don't worry, it'll come up at the end of the sketch. But my reference photo, I actually can't see the paws that are on the ground. I actually can't see most of them because there's a rock in front of. So I use the practice that I've got from the first sketch and apply it here so that I can still draw the paws even though I can't see them. So I can draw the feet somewhat accurately how they'd be placed on the ground. Um, so yeah, once again, you can see you can learn very quickly just from doing these little sketches, and it gets easier and easier, and it does that very quickly. You might not notice it yourself. I didn't notice it from when I was drawing it, but looking back at the video now that I'm watching it again, um, that's when I noticed that I'm a lot quicker. I'm a little bit more confident in placing my lines, and um, yeah, and the form is just generally better. So this is my way of improving and improving quickly. Um, yeah, that's it for now. This is the last bear sketch that I will do in this video, and this time I chose a photo of a bear standing on its hind legs. I thought it'd be a fun angle to get on it, and definitely different. Also, I draw this one a little bit big. I end up drawing it bigger than I anticipated, so the two sketches end up overlapping, and that is definitely, don't fear something like that. That doesn't matter. You can still easily see that. You can still tell, what lines belong to the standing bear and, well, to they're both standing dumb. Anyway, you can still tell which lines belong to which sketch. That's what I'm trying to say here. So it doesn't matter that they're overlapping a little bit. But yeah, that is it for the bears. And yeah, now I decided to go over to drawing birds, because birds are animals that I have quite a hard time drawing. I don't know what it is. It's mostly their face, mostly the face of a bird. The placement of the beak, it often just ends up looking awkward, in my opinion. I don't know what it is. Birds just freak me out a little bit. So that's why I need practice in drawing them, definitely. I chose a blue jay because, well, I thought it looked kind of cool. So, yeah. And I thought most people know, just like a brown bear, most people know what a blue jay is. I didn't want to choose anything exotic that, you guys wouldn't know what it looks like, and. So yeah, and the most natural way, I guess, to draw a bird is a bird just sitting on a branch, and um, honestly, that is probably the pose that I have the hardest time drawing because they're not doing anything; they're just sitting there. Um, that feels a little awkward for me. Um, anyway, once again, it's not that apparent in this drawing per se, but I still use that little circle to indicate around, where I want the head to be, to get myself a starting point again. And I use the wing. I draw the upper edge of the wing to give myself a feel for where the back of the bird is going to start, and where the chest is going to be located. It's just, I don't know. Once again, just my weird little way of doing things. And the feet, I don't care much for them. I mean, I can draw the feet if I want to. Right now, it's just a quick sketch, so I just go for stick feet. It doesn't have to look great. Um, my second bird sketch is, I enjoy it more because there's more movement. I am drawing a bird in mid-flight, and I enjoy drawing wings. I have to admit, drawing wings is something that I don't know. I don't know what it is. Wings are cool. And I have a lot of fun when I'm drawing them, and don't worry, I slow the video down a little bit here so you can see how I go about drawing these wings when they're folded out. I don't know what else to call it. Because in the beginning, I don't draw the individual feathers. I just draw, once again, go for a basic, just the overall shape of the wing. As you can see, that's my indication of where I want the feathers to be. And later on, I go in and draw the feathers. It's to make it easier for myself. Um, so yeah, I hope that's something you guys can apply, and I'll be quiet for a little bit again.
Welcome to the panic room. And then you jump off of that jersey bed. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. 'Cause I'm happy.
So this particular sketch ends up being a good example of why I use these very basic shapes to start building the animal, because I end up erasing a lot, and it doesn't hurt me to erase this stuff because, it's just so easy to, they're just really easy shapes. They're just lines. I haven't done any detail work, nothing that I feel bad about erasing because, it was a bother to draw. Nothing like that. So, yeah, so good example right here. And I have quite a hard time sketching this particular pose because it's focusing on the things that I struggle most about with birds is the face and the chest area, and actually getting it to look like it has a neck, because the neck of birds is usually quite short, and sometimes when I draw a bird, it just kind of often looks like the head is located right, on the back. No neck at all. Just a head. It looks so weird. But yeah, it's not. This is probably the worst sketch out of all of them. I don't like it very much, but once again, that's a good thing kind of, because from failure you can learn quite a bit. And I don't think this sketch ended up being very good. I think first I drew the wing way too big, and this time around I think it's a little bit too small. I don't like the direction I got on the feathers on the tail, and I don't like the feet, and yeah, lots of things I don't like, and this is definitely a pose I'm gonna try and sketch again to do it better. Yeah, better. I am really, really, really not talking properly today. Anyway, I am really sorry that this sketching is partly out of frame. I apologize. I'm sorry. Um, yeah, happens. I didn't check the camera if it was on point or not. But I still decided to keep in the video, despite it being a little bit out of frame, because I do end up liking. I really like this sketch, and also it's a very different angle to get, especially on this wing you see me draw out now. Yeah, it's a bit more perspective in this one that can be hard to do, and once again, this one really shows how I draw the wings and how I indicate where the tail is going to be. Once again, I just draw like half a circle, for the tail, and then I know how far out I want the feathers to go, what kind of shape I want them to take, and then it's just drawing out the feathers. And the same thing for the wings. It makes it a whole lot easier than if I had started drawing, the feathers right away. Also, it would hurt me having to erase these feathers now. That would hurt me. It doesn't take that long to do, but still, it's annoying. Um, so yeah, this is the last sketch of this video too. I hope you found it helpful. If you enjoy these videos, I can certainly make more of them, and just let me know in the comments down below. That is about it for this weekend, so I'll be seeing you next time. Bye!